Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you just a few things that I've picked up recently, and the first thing is something that I just picked up this afternoon. I managed to stop into Barnes & Noble's, and this was the only copy of this book that they had there, so I was glad to pick this up. It's a new book that just came out last week. Actually, I think it was just a few days ago it came out. George Harrison, Be Here Now. This is by photographer Barry Feinstein with Chris Murray. And this kind of goes over a lot of the pictures that Barry took during the All Things Must Pass, Concert for Bangla Desh, and Living in the Material World era. He was kind of one of George's main photographers around that time. And this outside here is a slipcover, and if you'll peel that back, there's an alternate cover photo there on the front, which is really nice. Now it's a pretty thick book, so I'm not going to go through every single picture, but in the first, right inside the first page here, we got a whole bunch of alternate shots from the All Things Must Pass album cover. And then there's also a foreword by Donovan. Let's see if I can find that here. Donovan wrote some words there. And for the most part, this is just a picture book, but there's some of the first pages here are different forewords and essays and things like that. So we'll just kind of flip through a few of the interesting things here. So first off, we get into the All Things Must Pass section, and there's just a lot of different pictures that Barry had taken for that album, alternate shots, things like that. So it's really interesting to see all these different pictures, some different color variations of the album cover. And then if we flip through, we'll get to the Concert for Bangla Desh section. Just lots of great concert photos here. It's really hard to show a book like this on camera unless I actually just set it down and flip through every single page, but we kind of get the idea this way of what's all included here. There's a long section for that album as well. Just lots of great pictures in here. And then if we flip farther back, we get to the Living in the Material World section. We got a good one with Ringo. Just lots of really cool pictures in here. And from what I read, it sounds like almost all of these pictures, almost all of them have not ever been released before, but so yeah, that's pretty much what you got there. So yeah, be sure and check that out. I know it's available on Amazon as well, but I managed to pick this up at Barnes & Noble. So the next thing, and everything I show from here on out has been stuff that has I have not paid for, actually. The first one is I won a contest from Ken Michaels. I don't know if you're all familiar with the Talk More Talk video podcast on YouTube and Facebook, and the different podcasts, Every Little Thing and Things We Said Today. Those are all Ken Michaels. He's involved in those. And on his website, kenmichaelsradio.com, he's got a Beatles trivia contest on there quite frequently. And I entered to win, and this is the prize that I actually was able to win. So this is The Point. It's a Harry Nilsson animated feature, and it's narrated by Ringo Starr. And just this evening, I watched the entire thing, and it's really good. Inside here, it comes with the kind of a mini poster of the cover art. And this is a fairly new Blu-ray transfer, and there's loads of special features on there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to read that or not, but you can pause and see all the different special features there. It's a lot of good stuff on there. So thank you, Ken Michaels, for selecting me as the winner for that. And lastly, you've maybe seen me or some fellow Beatles community people showing things that they've received from our friend Robert P. Well, he sent me an email asking if I'd want to pick some things out that he could send my way. Unfortunately, I didn't respond to his email and give him a call or anything like that right away, but he sent a whole bunch of stuff out to me anyway, and I contacted him and wanted to thank him for everything that he's sent out in the past, and then for this big selection of stuff that he sent this time as well. So I'll just go through some of the things that he sent me here. First off, we got some CDs that he's made. These are some different variations of some early Beatles albums. This one is the Please Please Me, and this is a mono to stereo transfer, and as you can see here, it's got centered stereo, so all the voices, you know, are kind of brought to the center. And, you know, the early stereo versions, they kind of had, you know, voices on one side and the instruments on the other. This kind of brings everything centered together. And it sounds really, really nice. I really like the remix on that. Here's another one for With the Beatles. And there's also one for the Rubber Soul album. And then here's a stereo version that he made for the Decca tapes. I think the original Decca tapes were just in mono, but this mix here has them brought to you in stereo. Hopefully I described those CDs correctly, and if not, I'm sure Robert P. will gladly comment below and answer any questions if I screwed something up there. And then he also sent me this nice stack of 45s. And we'll kind of just go through them here and show you what he sent me. The first one here is Paul McCartney and Wings, Let 'Em In. It's not going to want to focus on me very good. And the B-side of Beware My Love. Next one is Pipes of Peace and So Bad. Here we have Say, Say, Say with Paul and Michael Jackson. And on the flip side, we have Ode to a Koala Bear. This one we have Sea Moon and Hi, Hi, Hi. And the next one here is Live and Let Die. And the flip side is I Lie Around. And we also got some really nice picture sleeves here. Here's one for the single press. And the flip side to that is It's Not True. And the next one, here's this one contains two different versions of No More Lonely Nights. There's a ballad version and a play-out version. It's on the Columbia label as well. And here's a Michael Jackson single. This is for The Girl Is Mine that he recorded with Paul McCartney. And the flip side to that is Can't Get Out of the Rain. I'm not sure I know that song. I'll have to give that one a listen. Here we have Wonderful Christmas Time. And the flip side to that is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae. This one's kind of nice. I don't have this picture sleeve either. It's coming up. I'll show you the back side of the sleeve here. It's got basically the cover of McCartney 2 there. And with this one, he included two different singles here. We got this version here. It's got the live version and the song Lunchbox Odd Socks on one side, and then the studio, the album version on the other side. And then there's also a single here, which is kind of interesting. It's This is the live at Glasgow version, and the other side, it's got groove. You can see it's got grooves in here, but it's dead silent. It doesn't play anything. It's just a one-sided record. I've never seen that before, so that's really interesting. Next up, we have Listen to What the Man Said. And let me check here. If I remember right, the B-side is Love and Song. Yes, it is. All right, and here's another. Some people like this song and some people don't. I actually kind of like this song. It's Spies Like Us from the film featuring Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. And the B-side to that one is My Carnival. Then we get into some Ringo Starr here. The first one is, here's an original copy from 1975, Goodnight Vienna, with the B-side Ooh Wee. And from 1981 we have Rack My Brain. This one's got a different picture on the back of the sleeve on this one for the song Drumming Is My Madness. There's that one. Next one we have You're 16 by Ringo, and Devil Woman is on the flip side. And then just a couple random 45s he threw in here for me. Here's one by Alice Cooper, You and Me, and It's Hot Tonight is the other side. I'm not familiar with those two Alice Cooper songs, so I'll have to give them a listen too. And this is another band I don't think I'm familiar with at all. I think it's pronounced Nas. I hope I pronounced that right. Open My Eyes and Hello It's Me. And then there's a couple of pictures that he included here. This one's kind of interesting, just a pin-up girl with some records. And here's an alternate photo for the, I guess it's an alternate of an alternate Butcher cover, album cover. And here's the original picture for Rubber Soul. This is what it was going to look like originally. But you probably all know the story about when the photographer had this set up and projected on a 12 by 12 sheet, and then the picture slid like this, and it kind of elongated the photo, and then they decided to go with that version instead. But this is the original picture that that's based off of. So lots of great stuff again from Robert P., and I want to thank him for all those gifts that he sent me. And I also want to say again, thank you to Ken Michaels for selecting me for the Beatles trivia. And be sure and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Take care, everybody.